We are back on PJ Sports Talk. I'm PJ with my co-host Dylan, and I am here with our special guest, my mom. And
Hi, PJ.
Hi.
Hi, Downtown Dylan.
Hello.
Thanks for having me on your show, guys.
Thank you for producing our show.
It's fun to be here.
Yeah.
And we thank our engineer, Bill, and Antonio, too, the videographer.
Yeah.
It's a group effort, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Everything has to go perfect around the show. You know, it's just something's going on here, something's going on there, and it all has to be perfect.
Well, there's a lot of moving parts to doing a talk show, isn't there?
Yeah.
So
it's not just like talking and just talking to guests. It's not just that.
Do you
it's
like having
more.
a talk show, PJ? Do you enjoy this?
Well, yes, I do. It's very fun, and the thing that makes it all worthwhile is that not only that my voice gets to be heard, especially at 9 years old, I get to talk about what sports are up, because I personally love sports, and I was thinking about playing football this year, but I decided not to because, the game's are on Saturday, and I didn't want to miss it, miss this radio show.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I know Downtown Dylan, you've been doing practice for Pop Warner, right, Dylan?
Yes.
Have you been having fun? Or is it hot out there?
It's fun. It's hot. Kind of.
has
Get
anybody
frustrated.
has anybody overheated or anything,
No, some people get like really hot.
or anybody get whiny?
A little.
Whiny football players. Oh, no. Can't have that.
Go to tag team or go to tag football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What team are you playing on this year, Downtown Dylan?
I'm playing for Pop Warner, Hurricanes, and I'm Division 1.
Are you Mighty Might, Tiny Might? What's your category?
Mighty Might, I think.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Cool.
Dylan,
I know.
pack your bags. You're going to be going to a lot of away games. Last time I went to Division 1, we went to St. Pete. Where else did we go to?
You went to a lot of away games. That was fun, though. I mean, you get to see a new part of of Florida, and you do have home games, too, at Sickles High School, which are really cool. And I know, PJ, you mentioned in your first segment that you were thinking about asking about maybe doing the announcements in the booth for Downtown Dylan, your co-host's game. So that might be fun. I know Downtown Dylan's grandpa has done some of the announcing in the booth for the Pop Warner games, so it'd be great to be able to enjoy him. In fact, it's cool, too, to even be a spotter, and that's the person who helps identify who has the ball, who made the run, who made the interception, that sort of thing.
Problem is the numbers are closer to their waist. So
that is true in Pop Warner, because you guys are tiny yet. Sometimes you can't see the numbers on the back of the jersey, so you got to wait for a little bit to see when they stand up.
Yeah. And the problem is about being a spotter, especially if it's on the other side of the field.
Right, absolutely. Then you got to use the binoculars to be able to find the jersey number.
Yeah, because one time when I was playing, I made the tackle, and it was an away game, and the guy called out a name, and it wasn't my name, and I'm like, oh,
they just couldn't see your number, right?
Yeah,
yeah, that happens.
And the guy who they called his number, he was a friend of mine, and but he played offense, not defense. So
we know who really did the play, right?
And sometimes I can I'm not sure about you, Dylan, but sometimes I can really hate the referees because they'll make a call or like holding. And maybe you're just holding their shoulder pads, and they're like holding. And one time I got face masked on like the other side of the field of the referee, and I think the other referee was watching where the ball was,
Mm-hmm.
and a guy face masked me behind his, behind him.
So it's never called.
So yeah, so I'm like, well, I can't argue with the referee because I don't want to get disqualified,
Mm-hmm.
and so, and I know that you're having a new show.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do a show on Friday nights, 9 to midnight, with another lady, Dr. Patty Evans, who's Dr. Harmony, and we have a good time. It's called Foxy Forum Show here on the Tan Talk Radio Network. And how that got started, it was back last fall, September, I think. I was invited as a guest on the Cigar Robbie Show, which was a cigar show here at the Tan Talk Radio Network. It was the first time I'd ever been here, and I really liked it. And at the time, I talked with Lola and Dave, who own the station, and was thinking about maybe even doing a lady cigar show. And instead it turned into the Foxy Forum, which is we're an alternative lifestyle adult show that we talk about on Friday nights. But in the time being, two of my favorite loves are golfing, which I know, PJ, you've been golfing with me, and I really enjoy doing that with you. I don't know, if Downtown Dylan, do you get a chance to get out and golf ever?
No, not really.
Well, we'll have to take you out sometime.
You're more of the speedy kind of. I'm not sure if you would like football.
Well, he likes football. You mean golf?
Or no, golf.
Yeah.
Where's my head?
He is pretty fast, though. I know Downtown Dylan, you're like Dash on The Incredibles. You got some speed going on there. But anyway, getting back to the golf. So I have a lot of female friends, and we like to golf together. And many of us also enjoy cigar smoking. And I've been smoking cigars for 20 years and love that a lot. So we're starting a show in September here on the Tan Talk Radio Network called Chicks with Sticks. So what we will do is we'll be going out to a golf course and golfing that course, usually with the golf pro. And then when we come back into the clubhouse after we're done with our round, we'll enjoy a cigar of the day. So that's going to be starting in September. And we're going to encourage females to learn to take up golfing and also to learn more about cigar smoking. Because two of those categories, there's some statistics, but 95% of the cigar smokers out there are male. 5% are female. So there's a lot of ladies, I think, that may be curious about it or wonder why their husbands or boyfriends do it, but they really don't know a lot about it. So we're going to be there to teach them. And then the other thing is, I think it's like 80% of the golfers out there are male, 20% are female. So again, we're trying to encourage women to learn about golfing. And I know it's a sport, PJ, that when you and I get a chance to, mother and son go out and golf, I really enjoy that. And like I mentioned to you, we golfed on Mother's Day, actually, this year. You and I did, PJ. And I said to you that this is a sport that you and I will be able to enjoy for a lifetime. So as, I get older and I'm going to, a walker or something like that when I'm in my 80s, we'll still be able to get out there and hit the ball together. And, I really appreciate that. It's a sport that you can enjoy your entire lifetime as well as business related and everything else. So we'll have to bring Downtown Dylan out sometime.
Brett Favre can't do football, but he could probably do golf.
He's probably golfing now because he's supposedly retired. Do you think he'll come back for this season? You never know. He's a miracle worker at times.
He is kind of a Dumbo because he does not know when to quit.
Yeah. What about you, Dylan? What do you think of Brett Favre? Have you seen his?
I don't really know anything about him.
He just is always, I think in life you need to have or think about your exit strategy for things. And a lot of times people don't know how to gracefully and properly exit whatever it is. Maybe it's NFL football, maybe it's a career that they have, and it's time to make a change. And it's called an exit strategy. It's oftentimes used in business too. I'm a business owner. I call myself a serial entrepreneur, and a lot of times when I'm thinking about starting a business, I'm also thinking about how I'm going to end that business someday. Because you want to do that. You want to have an exit strategy.
It's like you can't have an ending without a beginning.
That's true. That's very true.
So you got to think about your ending as soon as you begin.
Yeah, you want to think about where you want it to go and have a vision for what it is.
Because just in case, maybe if it doesn't go big, you still have a way to exit.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you were talking a little earlier about with Ben Smith about Tiger Woods, and Ben said that he really thinks it was his mental game that's really kind of off right now. Maybe some of the mechanics of his swing because he's made some adjustments may be off. But I know that you've interviewed a gentleman and you mentioned him when you were talking about that on the show. Who is that, PJ?
Dr. Tom Hanson.
Dr. Tom Hanson. And I have a little information for him that I want to read about an upcoming clinic that he has.
And we were trying to phone him in, but we couldn't get a hold of him.
I think Dr. Tom is in Minnesota. He is up there for a class reunion, and I think he's at a golf scramble today. So I know we tried reaching him by phone, but I do have his information about his upcoming clinic, and I'd love to read it now if I may.
Okay.
Dr. Tom Hanson is offering a free coaching clinic on Sunday, August 21st from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Poison Batting Cages. That's over at 359 East Douglas Road, near the horse track off of Racetrack Road in Oldsmar. Tampa's own Dr. Tom Hanson, who has been a guest on the PJ Sports Talk Show here with Downtown Dylan and PJ, is one of the top mental game coaches in the country. He has worked full-time for the Yankees as a mental game coach and was a rover for the Rangers for 2 years. He was the hitting coach at the University of Virginia and a head coach for 7 years. He wants to know the best coaches in the Tampa Bay area at all levels, and so he's giving a free clinic. He'll work with a hitter and a pitcher in the cage to give him simple 3-step system for building confidence between the pitches, boosting the consistency at the plate and on the mound, and getting batters to relax in the box during the games, even when the game is on the line. Do you guys find it sometimes hard to relax when you're in the game? Dylan, do you find that sometimes when you're playing Pop Warner football?
A little.
I remember one game last year where we were about to get our first win because it was very intense because it's our first win.
Right, you were excited, right?
And it was our defense chance. I'm not sure if you were on that defense, but it was very. I was jumping up and down, going around saying, "Well, guys, help me out."
You were trying to get everybody fired up, right, PJ?
Yeah, and usually, sometimes the coaches would get mad at me because I'm not maybe listening, or maybe I'm going out there pumping up,
cheering them on. Yeah, I saw that. We have that on some of the videos.
But everything comes with a price,
right?
And sometimes I would get in, my coach would say, "Get over here," and oh my gosh, over there.
How about you, Dylan? What would you do when you would have a mental block during the game when you're playing football? What would you do to help yourself?
Well, I don't really know. I would have to probably think about it.
Would you just squirt yourself with with water on your face?
Yeah, I was about to say that. So
just a little water in the face or something?
On!
Well, Dr. Tom Hanson, he has done a new book. It's called Play Big, and he's going to have it at this free clinic that he's doing. He's going to be available there. And this will be a chance for Dr. Tom Hanson's, the people who come to this clinic, to deepen their skills, have some fun, and socialize with other like-minded coaches. I think we're going to go to this, aren't we, PJ? It's on Sunday, August 21st, which is in a couple of weeks. It's going to be 4 to 6 p.m. at the Poison facility at 359 East Douglas Road in Tampa, near the horse track off of Racetrack Road in Oldsmar. And there's going to be free hot dogs and beer. So I don't know if you guys, I don't think you can partake in the beer, but the adults certainly can. You can certainly try the free hot dogs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is Dr. Tom Hanson's free mental clinic and for coaching. And it's you can RSVP to Dr. Tom Hanson's assistant, Michelle, at drtomhelp@gmail.com, and that's spelled drtomhelp@gmail.com. And you can pass this information on to other good coaches at any level. And please RSVP so Dr. Tom can know how much food and beer and hot dogs and sodas and all that to bring. So that should be a fun time. But that's on Sunday, August 21st, 4 to 6 p.m. at the Poison facility. That's kind of a cool name, isn't it? Poison facility over on East Douglas Road in Tampa for batting cages.
Well, someone may get the yips on the with that store named the Poison.
Poison.
My gosh, I'm going to get poisoned.
I know you guys interviewed Dave Blackburn, softball player Dave Blackburn. He is going to be inducted into the Softball Hall of Fame tomorrow. So I wanted to give a shout out to Dave for that. And we're really proud of him, and he's still recovering from the auto accident he was in last year.
And we hope the best for Dave. And
somebody has a special birthday coming up, doesn't he? On Thursday, the 18th. Who's that, PJ?
Antonio, our videographer.
And how old is Antonio going to be?
50?
Oh, my goodness, yes, half a century. But we want to wish him a happy birthday. He does so much work behind the scenes. He does all the videos for PJ Sports Talk. He does them for Foxy Forum, and he's going to be doing those for Chicks with Sticks, which is starting in September, the ladies' cigar and golf show. So we're really happy, and happy birthday, Antonio. We really appreciate you.
It wouldn't be the great PJ Sports Talk without him.
Aw, that's right. That's right.
Because without him, we wouldn't be able to get podcast up, any editing or anything like that.
Yeah.
We gotta go to a quick commercial break.
Well, thanks for having me on, gentlemen.
Oh, thank you. And thanks for giving me a great life.
Aw, thanks, Peach.
And we are going to be discussing Xbox and WWE in our next segment. This is PJ Sports Talk, the place to be every other Saturday at noon. I'm PJ, and Dylan signing out for a commercial.